Hey everyone, welcome back to the Crazy Dreamer Network. My name is AJ and let's hop right into today's reading. So today's reading is a pick a card about the endless possibilities this full moon in Sagittarius will bring in, okay? The full moon in Sagittarius starts on the June 3rd or 4th, depending on where you're located in the world. And it's a very auspicious time, okay? This is one of the quote unquote luckiest and blessed full moons probably of this year, okay? Especially due to the different transits happening simultaneously. So we have 4 piles, pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. Pile number 1, we have this carnelian crystal with temperance, camellia. Pile number 2, we have this labradorite crystal with yamana. Pile number 3, we have this clear quartz crystal with art temperance. And pile number 4, we have this unakite jasper crystal with art. So I'll give you all a few moments to meditate on your pile selection. All right, my dreamy dreamers, again, pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in your readings. Bye. Hey, pile number 1s, welcome back to your reading. So before we get into your crystal and pile selection card, let's shuffle for your reading. If you all will like to skip this part, the timestamp to go straight to your reading will be in the description box down below. And I already shuffled and cleansed these decks. So let's begin. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for blessing our pile number 1s, for giving them clear, concise, accurate messages as to the endless possibilities coming their way during this full moon in the sign of Sagittarius. Thank you. Thank you. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 1s. Endless possibilities coming in for our pile number 1s during this full moon in the sign of Sagittarius. Thank you. Thank you. One more card. And thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing this deck, for blessing our pile number 1s, for giving them clear, concise, accurate messages on the endless possibilities coming in for them during this full moon in Sagittarius. Clear, concise, accurate messages. Thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for this clear, concise, accurate messages coming in for pile number 1s. Endless possibilities coming in for pile number 1s during this full moon in Sagittarius. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you. Okay. Endless possibility, Spirit, coming in for our pile number 1s during this full moon in Sagittarius. Clear, concise, accurate messages about the endless possibilities coming in for our pile number 1s during this full moon in Sagittarius. Thank you, and thank you. All right, pile number 1s, let's begin your reading. All right, my dreamy dreamers, so we're going to put your pile here for the moment, and then let's go back to your crystal selection. You all chose this beautiful carnelian crystal, and card number 14, temperance with camellia. So this is a tea, and this is from the Herb Crafters Tarot deck. Okay, if you guys would like the link to purchase this deck, it will be in the description box down below. But long story short, this is one of my favorite temperance cards that I have. Especially, this is one of my favorite cards from this deck. It's just simply beautiful, simply tranquil, and simply just it's art, you know what I mean? So in regards to the endless possibilities that are coming in for you during this full moon in the sign of Sagittarius, pile number ones, there's going to be a lot of peace and equanimity coming back into your life. You're going to feel a lot of balance, and there's going to be this deep sense of healing and transference of energy in the most positive of ways as well. Some of you could benefit from using the camellia tea, and I'll read a little bit from the Herb Crafters Tarot, just because I really do love guidebooks, certain guidebooks, obviously. You know, I do most of our readings intuitively in combination with the, you know, traditional descriptions of the tarot, right? But in regards to this, I just feel like there's going to be a lot of beauty in your life coming through. I feel like you're going to have the energy to meet that beauty and prosperity and art as well with this carnelian stone. And some of you all might have your moons in Sagittarius, in the sign of Sagittarius. Some of you might be Sagittarius. Obviously, I'm using all temperance cards in the pile selection, so you know, take with that what you will. But I really am getting for you pile number ones, a lot of you just want to evoke more of like a carefree a carefree type of persona during this season in your life. Okay, so yes, that's what I'm getting. But a lot of like opulence, a lot of genteelness, a lot of like just grace and ease. Okay, but let's get along with your reading. Okay, so let's see, we have Anne. This is either Ain or Annie with a leap of faith. It says, take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. I feel like for the majority of you pile number ones during this full moon in Sagittarius, you all have already taken that leap of faith, right? You all have already kind of like got some wind beneath your wings and taken that leap of faith prior to this full moon. But I feel like because you have taken this leap of faith, or for those who haven't, there's going to be so much abundance, beauty, and peace and equanimity coming in for you during this full moon in the sign of Sagittarius. Okay, come on, what did I say? That's crazy. We have Yemen Ya with golden opportunity. It says important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. What did I just say? A lot of you guys have already put this out there. You've already taken this leap of faith. You've already bet on yourself. You've already consulted with the higher realm, God, spirit, source, energy, whatever name you want to give to something that's omnipotent. You've already consulted with them and you've been doing the due diligence. So now you're about to reap the reward, pile number one. So round of applause, you know. And then we have Diana with focused intention. And it says, keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target and you will make the mark. Exactly. All you have to do is just keep doing what you're doing, pile number ones. And by the time this full moon comes around, which is June 3rd through the 4th, so I'm filming this on the 28th. So I'll be releasing this Monday on the 29th of May. I feel like if not all of them, almost like a windfall, a few manifestations will start to come to fruition to you around this full moon. Some you guys have probably already have come into fruition, right? Like the small things, right? But the bigger things are on the precipice of coming into your life because you have focused your intention and you're walking through the doors of opportunity right now, pile number one. So it's just amazing and a treat, and just congratulations again in advance. Okay, so let's pull your tarot. So we have the Seven of Swords. I feel like with this Seven of Swords, and this was like a knee-jerk reaction, something that was stolen from you, something that was lost, something that was taken from you unrightly is about to be rectified. You're about to get this back in one way, shape, or form, okay? It doesn't necessarily have to mean the exact same thing that was taken from you, but it's going to be the equivalent or better with this Seven of Swords, because you see here, I don't know what kind of bird this is, but you see this bird has taken a ring, obviously something that didn't belong to them. And I feel like a lot of what has been taken from you is about to be replaced tenfold, okay? So we have the Knight of Wands. I love this. It says flow, fire, intuition. Yeah, you're using your intuitive faculty to really keep yourself in this state of fluidity. Some of you all, pile number ones, might feel like, wow, I'm so much more eloquent. I'm so much more energetic, right? You remember when I said earlier in the reading that a lot of you all are going to have the energy to actually participate in this beauty and abundance and equanimity that's coming in for you. Because so I'm pretty sure 9 times out of 10, those who watch tarot readings on YouTube or, pick a card readings, you guys probably are into law of attraction, manifestation, things of that nature. And I know in the manifestation community, they always kind of say, oh, we have to keep our vibrations high in order to attract what we're calling in. That's not necessarily the case, because I've spoken to you guys on this channel before about that. You could still get your manifestation and feel like crap, right? And be in kind of like a low vibratory state and not be able to enjoy the manifestations that are coming in for you because you haven't asked in detail to feel good once this manifestation comes in. So some of you all will get what I'm saying. Others might not. It's okay, but just bear with me. So with this full moon in Sag, it's bringing in good feelings. It's bringing in authenticity for self, and it's bringing in this ease for you to be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor, the things that are coming in. And I feel like you, pile number ones, really do want to strike while the iron's hot. And this is why it says flow, fire, and intuition. Your intuition has been telling you, you know what? Don't trip about the small things. Just continue to be grateful for every single thing that is coming into your life, no matter what, okay? And you're heeding to that intuition because you're very tapped in right now. And so you'll be able to meet all the beauty that comes, okay? And you'll be able to meet it gleefully, right? And with open arms. So we have the Devil, and it says desire, obsession, fear, and shadow. Okay. So I feel like for some reason, this is what I'm getting. There's a lot of transformative energy here. For the most part, I feel like maybe there's going to be this air of like sexiness, you know what I mean? This fire, this desire. That's really what I'm getting. I feel like your desires are really about to be met. You're almost going to feel like transformed or this new person, and you could be confronting a few shadow beliefs, but I feel like the most of it is falling by the wayside, and you are just kind of like shedding a layer, that last layer of skin that's been maybe like daunting you or something like that, pile number ones. But what I'm really getting is there's going to be this desire in your heart, this fruitfulness, right? This flame that just won't stop. And we have fire here, and then we have desire. So fire and desire kind of go hand in hand, and that's what I'm really seeing with this Devil card. There's going to be a lot of desire, maybe obsession, but in a good way. Like you're very focused, right? You have this very focused intention in your mind that is just taking you far and wide, okay? So I love to see it. That's the energy that I'm getting from for this particular Devil card in this reading. But let's see what else comes into play with the rest of your cards. Yeah, so we have the Creator. And this is interesting because this is a no card, right? So I feel like Spirit is letting you know now that you are the creator of your destiny, and you are the creator of your own world, right? And I feel like Spirit, God, Spirit, Source, Energy had to say no to something before something was granted to you, because maybe it just wasn't the time, right? That's genuinely what I'm getting here with this card, the Creator No. And I think this deck has 80 cards, if I'm not mistaken. There's a yes and a no card, and this is the no card that came up, and this is the Creator. And to me, this is like the other part of the Magician card. So I feel like you have to create something from the bottom up. Maybe you felt like okay, as soon as I do this thing, then this is about to happen, just like from what I have started. But that wasn't necessarily the case. Some time had to, kind of transpire in order for you to, get what you have been working so hard for. But you are going to get it. Like the fact that it says no here, I just felt like this was prior energy basically stating that like, hey, now isn't the time. But I feel like you have created something. In other cases, there could be a no here in regards to no, not yet. But let's see. Let's pull your last card here. The Chariot. I'm telling you, this was a timing thing with this Creator, because I felt like pile number ones, at first you really had to get something, and I felt like if whatever that was taken from you was replaced instantaneously, you wouldn't have got it. You wouldn't have learned the lesson. I felt like God, Spirit, Source Energy knew best and knew to kind of prolong this manifestation coming into you, because they wanted you to learn, because they wanted what you learned to be truth, so that it wouldn't reoccur again, so that it wouldn't become cyclic. And you have learned the lesson here with this Chariot card. You have had will and determination to move forward despite adversity. And, this is a card of triumph. This is a triumph. This is a card of victory, pile number one. So there's a victory coming in. Some of you all may have lost a car and may be getting a new vehicle, but whatever the case is, you are moving forward. This card suggests journey, success, and progress. You've made an immense amount of progress on this journey. And I just feel like God's Spirit, Source Energy is rewarding you right now for the hard work and effort. Okay, but let's continue with your reading. I actually did 4 decks today instead of 3, so it's going to be a little longer, pile number ones. So this is the Heavenly Body Astrology card. So let's see. We have the house 9 with spiritual growth. Yeah, whatever you had been through in the past, you had to grow through it. I feel like Spirit, you might have been calling something in for quite some time, pile number one, but Spirit really needed to kind of like really root a lesson for you so that you wouldn't repeat it again. Okay, so I just feel like you happen to understand this now more than ever. And I feel like your 9th house could be very highlighted. And the 9th house really does signify spiritual growth and lessons and things of that nature, and just spirituality at its finest. A lot of you all could be seeing the number 999 a lot as well. And I just feel like you have wrapped up the lesson that Spirit wanted you to learn in regards to whatever has transpired. So we have air, and it says open-mindedness, objectivity, and learning. And this is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So we are in Gemini season. So I feel like you are very open. I feel like you're very clear. I feel like, you know what you want, and you have focused determination and focused intention on getting it. And this is what I'm correlating with this Devil card. You're very focused. I feel like a lot of you all have transformed, if you either have or you're about to shed kind of one of the final layers of your shadow self that's really going to help to propel you forward in the future. And I just really feel like a lot of you, if not all of you watching this, are embodying and taking on the characteristics of air signs right now. Being open-minded, being objective, and being willing to learn, okay? And then we have Chiron with hurt and heal. Yeah, I feel like whatever you all's Chiron is in, right? Whatever sign your Chiron is in, that wounded warrior is in, that has been what has had to heal. Now, I don't know if Chiron has anything to do with the ninth house. It might, okay? But if not, because I say that because of the Nine of Wands, but that might have nothing to do with astrology. I'm not an astrologer, guys, so take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. But whatever a lesson that you had to learn, I feel like it might have pertained to those who know your natal chart, whatever sign that was in your Chiron, okay? And yeah, that's the wounded warrior, that's the spiritual healer, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, take with that what you will. But all right, so we have our last 3 magical spell cards to wrap up your reading, pile number 1s. So let's begin. Wow, we have card number 3, creativity. It says, by all above and all below, let me connect, let creativity flow. I feel like, especially with the air sign Gemini, us being in this season, you guys are going to just feel so creative. Your creative juices will be flowing, and you know, there's just going to be no stop to what you can accomplish during this full moon in Sagittarius. Now, Sagittarius is a very creative sign as well, so I just feel like in conjunction with the Gemini and Sagittarius energy, you guys might come up with some magic. So write down any ideas that come to mind, like even if you have to take them in, you know, on your phone in your notes, or you keep a little notepad with you or something like that, write them down, because you have no idea how invaluable these ideas and insights you guys might get during this full moon lunation will be for you, maybe even if it's not immediately, in the future. Okay, so write it down. They're coming straight from source with this 33. A lot of you all could be seeing the number 369 too. It's been very much occurring in our readings lately. So we have 33, 3 plus 3 is 6, and then we have the 9th house as well. So let's see. We have card number 9 again. How about that? Okay, with peace. What did I say earlier, you guys? You guys are going to be experiencing a lot of peace, a lot of equilibrium, a lot of balance in your life, and it's really going to fortify your vibrations, your frequencies, which will attract more to you. Okay. It says, Bridget, goddess, in your sacred name, a light within me, peace's flame. So again, with more fire energy, okay? I just feel like peace, be still. A lot of you all could find peace in stillness and meditation. So, you know, for those who that applies to, take heed to that message. But ultimately, there's going to be a lot of peace restored in your heart and mind during this full moon in Sagittarius, pile number 1s. Okay, so we have our last card. Card number 39, 3 and 9. You can't make this up, y'all. So 3 goes into 9. Yeah, 3 goes into 9 3 times. 3 plus 6 is just the dopest. Okay, so we have safe home, and it says, I cast this circle round about, safety now is beyond a doubt. Exactly. That's the last line. Safety now is beyond a doubt. You guys are going to feel so safe, so secure, so like loved and cherished in your surroundings, in your home, around people you consider home as well. You know, I feel like you could be creating a safe space in your home for yourself, for your loved ones right now. But again, alongside the peace and the safe home, I also feel like, you know, meditation will be optimal for you right now. Okay, so you can optimize a lot of your manifestations right now, and just like peace of mind and just like resiliency, right? Because when I think about Sagittarius, especially when it relates to tarot, I think about Temperance, and I think about the 9 of Wands, wounded warrior, and needing to kind of like soak our wounds, needing to address our wounds, and needing to create a safe space with boundaries in and around our environment. Okay, pile number 1. So yeah, my dreamy dreamers, that is all the time that I have for you guys today. I really hope you liked this reading and it resonated with you. So if you like this reading, please give me a big thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with loved ones, family, friends, or anyone who would best benefit from the messages provided here today. If you're interested in a beautiful one-of-a-kind tarot journal, look no further. The link to this journal will be in the description box down below. It's only 20 bucks and Amazon will ship it straight to your house. And if you all would like to help the channel in any way, shape, or form, purchase this, because it will definitely help the channel, and it will help to build a broader community for us at the Crazy Dreamer Network. I love you all so much, my dreamy dreamers, and I will see you in your next reading. Bye. Hey pile number 2s, welcome back to your reading. So before we start on your crystal selection and your pile selection card, let's shuffle for your reading. For those of you all who would like to skip this part, the timestamp directly to your pile will be in the description box down below. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for blessing this deck, for giving clear, concise, accurate messages to our pile number 2s about the endless possibilities opening up for them during this full moon in Sagittarius, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Clear, concise, accurate messages about the endless possibilities opening up for our pile number 2s during this full moon in Sagittarius. Thank you and thank you. Okay, clear, concise, accurate messages, Spirit, for our pile number 2s about the endless possibilities opening up for our pile number 2s during the full moon in the sign of Sagittarius. Clear, concise, accurate messages. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 2s for what endless possibilities are opening up for them during this full moon in the sign of Sagittarius. Thank you. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 2s. Thank you and thank you. One more deck. Clear, concise, accurate messages, Spirit, for our pile number 2s. What endless possibilities are opening up for our pile number 2s during this full moon in the sign of Sagittarius? Perfect. Okay. All right, pile number 2s. Let's get going with your reading. So we're going to sit your cards, your pile here, and let's get back to your crystal and your pile selection card. So you all either chose this labradorite crystal eye and or this balance card with Yamana. Okay, so I believe this is an Orisha. If it's not, it's definitely a South American goddess, water goddess. Okay, so in regards to this, again, pile number 2s, there's going to be a lot of balance, a lot of peace, a lot of equilibrium. Some of you all could find yourself in a swimming pool around this full moon in Sagittarius, okay, or dipping yourselves in a lake or a hot springs or water to really replenish your energies, okay. Some of you all could be water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio as well. But what I'm getting here is you're going to be using, a lot of you are going to be using the power of water to bring in some form of either your manifestations or to bring in a lot of peace and calm, or to bring you back to your center during this full moon in the sign of Sagittarius. Some of you all could be using water as like rituals or something like that in order to open up your third eye, right? Your spiritual eye is what I'm getting as well. And some of you all could be doing both, right? Since this is a full moon in Sagittarius, a lot of you all could be using fire and water like rituals or something like that in order to allow for your manifestations to come in at a quicker rate, okay? So I don't know why, but that's just what I'm getting here with Yamana, okay? So yeah, but I think Yamana is a Santeria goddess, if I'm not mistaken. So please, if I am, correct me in the comments. I am not above reproach. So let's get into your reading, pile number 1. So let's see. We have Artemis with Guardian. I love this already. It says you and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. So pile number 1s, just know during this full moon in Sagittarius, you are so protected. Some of you all who are traveling, or if you're surrounded by family and friends right now, you guys are so protected, so loved, and so guided right now by your spirit guides and the higher realm, okay? So there's no need to fear. I feel like whatever you're doing is blessed. It's consecrated, so to speak, right? With blessings, and you could just be free to kind of live, right? Be free to do you without worry or concern. You know, definitely pray or meditate on peace, on balance, on protection. But overall, you guys are very protected, and more so, like it says, spiritually protected as well. So if you all have been feeling like, you know, negative energy or something like that, there's no need to worry, because I feel like that's all balancing out for you during this full moon in Sagittarius. But a lot of you all, I do feel like you already feel protected. You feel your angels, ancestors, and guides really near and dear to you right now, okay? So let's see, we have Maeve, I think this is Maeve, and it says cycles and rhythms. It says honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. So I really do feel like pile number 2s, a lot of you all will be honoring the natural cycles, the ebbs and flows of your body. Some of you all who, you know, do have cycles, like menstrual cycles, you could be, you know, having yours this full moon. It could be landing on this full moon. So take it easy, you know, don't spread yourself too thin, get the rest that you need. Again, I feel like a lot of this, you know, you could be dealing with a lot of water or something like that. You could be wanting to really, like, what could help replenish your body is doing like salt baths or something along those lines, dipping yourselves in a hot springs. For those of you all who are traveling near one or something like that, try to incorporate that, because I feel like it could really leave you feeling really good, really replenished, and really energized as well. So our last goddess card, we have Vesta with home. Very interesting. So it says your household situation is improving either through a move or a healthy change in its occupants. So I feel like a lot of you all could be keeping it close to home too. Pile number 2s, you all could be like maybe, staying close to home, or like you're suggested to stay close to home. Maybe you're cleaning up your home or something like that. You could be smudging your home, something in regards to home. You could be with people that make you feel at home or feel like home to you as well. But I feel like whatever you've been going through, maybe some of you all have been going through some type of grief with your housing situation or something like that, but that is all coming into balance and equilibrium for you by this full moon. I feel like you won't have to worry. I feel like your home life is going to be very protected, and your residence is going to be very protected. Even for those of you all who might find themselves traveling, you're not going to have to worry about your home or anything like that. Everything is going to be kind of like tied up before you go on your holiday or before you go travel or something of that nature. You could be doing some home rituals in order to protect your home while you're gone as well. That could be suggested, okay? So, and a ritual could be anything. It could be lighting an incense, saying a prayer before you leave, thanking God, spirit, source, energy, whatever, to protect your home while you're away. Things of that nature, okay? But yeah, so let's get into your tarot. So we have the King of Swords, which says ambition, power, and influence, okay? So pile number 2s, a lot of you all could be wielding your influence and your power right now. A lot of you all can be very clear-minded, very resourceful in regards to how you strategize about something. A lot of you all could be getting very clear insights in regards to what to do next and how to move and how to execute something, okay? But I feel like you're being able to communicate in a very eloquent manner, and you say what you mean and you mean what you say. pile number twos, and I feel like you guys are very face fronting, right? You're being able to confront a lot of the things that maybe you haven't been able to in the recent past, but right now or during this full moon in the sign of Sagittarius, you're going to be very straightforward, and I feel like it's really going to serve you. Some of you all could have a boss that can be this way, a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, since this is Swords card, which typically signifies air signs, right? So a lot of you all could be, you know, around someone who is like this, right? Who does have these attributes. But I really do feel like this is you right now. You're owning your own power. You're owning your ambition, right? And you're owning your influence right now. And I just want to, you know, applaud you. Keep doing this. It's great. It looks great on you. Pile number twos, okay? So let's get into your second card. We have the Eight of Cups with change and shift, and it says change again. But I feel like a lot of y'all could be doing a lot right now. You could be holding a lot of different opportunities all at once. With the Eight of Cups, I really do feel like you're moving forward. You are experiencing this shift in your life and this drastic change in your life for the better. I feel like you're leaving what no longer serves you or what no longer is attributing to your growth and development, and you're moving forward into your ninth cup. You're going towards your wish fulfillment, and you're doing that by any means. You're very focused, as you can see with Artemis, the guardian. She's very focused and she's very spiritually protected. You could tell with this crescent moon on her beanie, right? And then you can also see that again exemplified in the King of Swords. You're very you're doing something in earnest is what I'm getting, and you're doing something very strategically and intentional, and you're moving away from non-intentionality or, you know, self-defeating thoughts or patterns or anything like that. And that's why you're moving forward quicker to your ninth cup, pile number twos, because I feel like you're just ready. You're clear-minded. You know where you're going. You know where you've been, right? So let's get your third card. We have the Four of Cups with yearning, delusion, and boredom, okay? So there's a lot of emotions here that you will be facing during this full moon in Sagittarius. I have a feeling you have something particular on your mind, but the Three of Cups, but you already have okay, pile number twos. What I'm getting is I'm not getting anxiety, but you might be thinking too much about the future, right? You might be thinking a little too much about the future. And I say that because in this card, it would suggest this person kind of daydreaming about this fourth cup when they already have this third one, when they already have three in front of them, right? So they're kind of having on their mind this fourth cup that they actually want, but they already have three cups lined up. So you could be facing some boredom or like a little disillusionment, or you're yearning for something, right? You could be feeling like, okay, what's my next step? Where am I going? What am I doing, right? And this could lead you to like a lot of emotion surrounding this question or this ask. But let's see. I want to get some more clarity on this Four of Cups. So let's see what your fourth card is. We have the Three of Swords with heartbreak, sorrow, and grief. So I feel like some of you all, pile number twos, could be yearning for love, okay? Could be yearning for a new opportunity in love, or you could be yearning for like this fresh feeling in love, whether it be love for self or love for a romantic partner. But I feel like you're healing a lot of sorrow or a lot of like sorrow type mindset, right? You're walking away from something. You're walking away from like this feeling of grief. And I feel like sometimes, pile number twos, you might lean into sadness and heartbreak and grief out of boredom because you're so accustomed to doing that, right? Thinking about love or thinking about like, there's a term for it and it escapes me right now, pile number twos, but it's like almost like I'm getting like rebel without a cause, like angst. That's what I'm getting. Like there's a lot of angst here. Like, you know how at times we could break our own hearts repetitively, and we might not know why we're doing it, but we could be doing it out of a habitual, like a habitual habit or a habit, right? Something that's been habitual, like it's a cycle, right? With Maeve or Mauve, whatever her name is, it's a cycle, and I feel like you're going to ask for this cycle to end, right? You're leaving this cycle with the Eight of Cups here, once and for all. And you can tell this is kind of like the same person. Well, it looks like the same person in these cards too, so I think that's very interesting. But one thing I love about this, there is no major arcanas, and we still have one more card left, so I might be speaking too soon, but there is no major arcana here so far, right? And I think that's a good thing, because this is like the last leg of this cycle, whether it be for a while or even in this moment. I really feel like you're going to ask God, source, spirit, or the higher realms to really alleviate you from this cycle once and for all. Okay, so we have our last tarot card, and we have the Magician. So it's a good major arcana. I should have expected this. It's a good major arcana to have after this, because I'm starting to I realize pile number 2s that you're going to start taking power into your own hands. You're going to start taking action towards the things that you want, not the things that you don't want, right? And I feel like you're really improving your skills. You're really improving how you take action and move towards something, right? And not allow boredom or your feelings to dictate how you do things and how you take action. So I love this for you. I think it's beautiful and it's splendid, and you have everything within you to secure and to procure a beautiful life ahead of you. So never forget that, and I know it's hard at times. It's very hard at times to always keep that in the forefront of our mind, but you're doing it, so it's beautiful. Pile number 2s, you're well on your way to creating your world and your new world and your home how you want it to be. Okay, but anyhow, moving forward, so we're going to pull the Heavenly Bodies astrology deck for more insight. So we have Pluto transform. Yeah, I feel like you're transforming your being right now. Pile number 2s, excuse me. There could be a message for you in pile number 3. But pile number 2s, I feel like you're transforming. You're coming out of this chrysalis, and you're really blossoming into a beautiful butterfly. And I feel like, I don't know if it was the last reading or this reading, but I feel like you really are transmuting as well as transforming, right? So I feel like with transformation, we do shed our skins, proverbially, we shed a layer that maybe was no longer working or that we're done with, right, in order to become something different. But I feel like you're also transmuting something, right? You could be transmuting a negative into a positive, really being that alchemist, right? Really being that master manifester that you are. And I'm just so grateful for that, for you, pile number 2s. Keep going, We have Saturn. So I feel like you've learned some toughies, right? You've learned some tough lessons, pile number 2s, and now it's time for you to transmute that energy, right? It's time for you to take the tough lessons that you've learned and really master yourself, is what I'm getting. So we have Saturn with feel restricted, experience struggle, learn hard work and patience. And I feel like you've learned a lot of hard work and patience, particularly with yourself, pile number 2s, in the recent past. And I feel like it's made you a better person. It's made you more humble, and not only humble, but humble in a good way too, because sometimes we could be too humble, right? But humble in a good way. It's made you more peaceful. It's made you more patient. And also not only just patient, but it's made you really understand yourself amidst the world, if that makes sense. Okay. So our last Heavenly Body astrology card, we have the Moon, and it says satisfy emotional needs, nurture self and others. And I really feel like, come on, it's like this is in and of itself a full moon card. I really feel like you're going to take the time out this full moon in Sagittarius. You could be soaking in water and really like dedicated to yourself, dedicated to what you want to what you want to become, what you want to come into your world now. And I really feel like you're going to finally start satisfying your own emotional needs instead of satisfying the emotional needs of others all the time, right? You're really going to take this Sagittarius full moon and satisfy yourself and take the time out that you need in order to get into a state of flow and balance and peace. Okay, so our last three cards. Our last three cards, we have the magical spell card. So let's begin. We have card number 7 with wisdom. Beautiful. A lot of owls here too. So we have owls in this Saturn card, and we have 2 owls in this wisdom card. So I feel like you really are tapped in right now to your intuition right now, pile number 2s. But again, we have card number 7. A lot of y'all can be seeing 777 a lot. But anyway, it says this card keeps coming out for us, pile number 2s, not necessarily just pile number 2s, but just in the last few pick a card readings. But I digress. On a Wednesday with a waxing moon, let wisdom come and be renewed. So this Wednesday, I feel like something could be happening. Something could be happening that's pretty cool for you, pile number 2s. Or something that you saw in your mind's eye could be coming into fruition. Come on, we have card number 44, and this is 7 and 8, so I feel like you're progressing forward. New beginnings. Let this magic in my spell clear the space in which I dwell. So you could be clearing your space again with this Vesta home card and this new beginning. Let this magic in my spell clear the space in which I dwell. Your household situation is improving either through a move or a healthy change in its occupancies. So I feel like whatever you could be doing, like home rituals or something like that, to make sure that your home is really good. Maybe if you live with someone, you could be doing like some protection spells or something like that, so their energy won't transfer into you, pile number 2s. But I love that for you. And there's some new beginnings coming in, probably around the coming Wednesday or the following Wednesday, which happens to be June 7th, this is the 7th card, and it will be on a Wednesday. So thank you guys in the comments for letting me know, but I digress. So last but not least, our last card is card number 14, which is beautiful. 2 times 7 is 14. That's crazy. A lot of 7s here, right? And you could even say 2 divided by 7. 2 divided by 14 is 7, so that's 7 2 times, so 777. Like I said, you could be saying 777 a lot lately. But anyways, it says friendship, bring to me friendship true, sharing laughter, understanding too. So I feel like you could be calling in a group of people who like you really love and you really cherish. You could be spending a lot more time with friends right now, but I feel like you are getting what you've been asking for. Maybe it's been a group of friends that you really wanted to hang out with. Maybe it's been healing from a friendship that, maybe broke your heart or something like that, because we do have the 4 of Cups, and with the 4 of Cups here, there's 3 cups, which typically stands for like friendships or a group of people, right? It's typically a group of women that are celebrating. But long story short, yeah, pile number 2s, this is amazing. I feel like there's either a new beginning happening in a friendship, or you could just be really solidifying the friendships that you have in and around your life. Okay, so I love this for you. Such an amazing message. Congratulations in advance. If you like this reading, if it resonated, please hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with loved ones, family, friends, or anyone who would benefit from the messages provided here today. If you're interested in a beautiful one-of-a-kind tarot journal, look no further. The link to this journal will be in the description box down below, and it's only $20, y'all, and Amazon will ship it straight to your house. This will really help the channel and help to build our community here at the Crazy Dreamer Network. Pile number 2s. And if you don't want to purchase it, no problem. Like, share, and subscribe. That will also help. So I'm very grateful for you all, my dreamy dreamers, and I'll see you in your next reading. Bye. Hey, pile number 3s. Welcome back to your reading. So before we start on your crystal and pile selection card, let's get to shuffling your reading. So for those of you all who would like to skip this part, your timestamp to the exact part of your reading will be in the description box down below. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for blessing our pile number 3s, for giving them clear, concise, accurate messages on the endless possibilities opening up for them during this full moon in Sagittarius. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What endless possibilities are opening up for our pile number 2s during this full moon in Sagittarius? Spirit, clear, concise, accurate messages. Okay, perfect and perfect. I'm going to pull some more cards for you all, pile number 3s. What endless possibilities are opening up for our pile number 3s during this full moon in Sagittarius? Clear, concise, accurate messages. What endless possibilities are opening up to our pile number 3s? Thank you, thank you, thank you. What endless possibilities are opening up to our pile number 3s during this full moon in Sagittarius? Spirit, clear, concise, accurate messages. Thank you. Opening up for our pile number 3s this full moon in Sagittarius. Thank you. Okay, last deck. Clear, concise, accurate messages, Spirit, about the endless possibilities opening up for our pile number 3s during this full moon in Sag. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, pile number 3s. Let's begin your reading. Okay, so we're gonna put your pile selection card, your pile here, and let's begin with your crystal. You all chose this beautiful clear quartz crystal for your crystal selection, along with Arch Temperance. This is from the Sun and Moon Tarot by Vanessa DeCourt, and I really do love this interpretation of this Temperance card. I feel like, so when I was looking at this card prior to pre-shuffling, I just got chi. You guys' chi, you guys' centeredness in the core of your being is going to be so on point during this full moon in the sign of Sagittarius. I feel like you all are manifesting some stuff too. You all are alchemizing. I feel like you will also be at the height of your alchemical abilities during this full moon in Sagittarius too, because this particular moon, alongside the transits that are occurring simultaneously is epic right now, pile number 3. So really take heed and go look at some videos online on YouTube about this particular full moon in Sagittarius. Okay, I feel like you all are staying balanced though. You all might be near a really cool body of water that, you know, will just replenish you and revitalize your spirit. So you could be doing that as well. Some of you all could be going to the beach or to a lake house or something like that. Or even just, you know, staying at home, doing some grounding work through, you know, taking a spiritual bath or something like that. But you guys are going to be at the height of your alchemical process and your alchemical abilities during this full moon in Sagittarius from June 3rd through the 4th. Obviously, the energy of this full moon will be very heightened 3 days before and 3 days after those dates as well, okay? But without further delay, let's get into your reading. So we have Butterfly Maiden with Transformation. It says you're experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. So again, you guys are at the height of your alchemical abilities right now. So really seize them and really seize the moment and take the time out to cleanse yourself, to meditate, to ground yourself, ground your energy, to be creative, to do things that you wouldn't normally do on a daily basis, right? Do it during around this time. So we have Guinevere with True Love. I love this. It says the romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. So some of you all could just be feeling this just this oozing of connection with either someone you're currently in a relationship with, or you're calling in your true love. You're calling in a relationship with the goddess Guinevere here, okay? But I feel like you're ready to release what no longer serves you. That could be like self-loathing or deceit or any pains from either prior relationships, whether it be romantic, familial, or platonic. You're really to let those go so you can call in your true love, so you can call in a divine connection or love, okay? And I love this for you, pile number 3s. A lot of you all are seeing clearly now about a true love, about a relationship, about someone or something that has been in your life for quite some time, and you're just really heralding it and keeping it close to your heart right now because of how important it is to you as well, okay? So our last goddess guidance card is, come on, Sarah Savati, the arts. You cannot make this up. Literally, pile number 3s. Y'all are going to be imbued with the art. This says art temperance, and this is Sarah Savati, which is the known goddess of wisdom and art, right? So I feel like you guys are just going to really want to express your creativity this weekend, this coming weekend, and this full moon in Sagittarius, right? It says express yourself through creative activities. This is exactly what you're going to do. A lot of you all could be listening to a lot of good music. A lot of you all could be feeling very like inspired to move your body or dance or exude your beauty or do something different with your makeup or appearance, something like that. I feel like creativity is just oozing out of you right now, pile number 3s, and I really think that's so cool. So let's get into your tarot. So we have the 7 of Wands with challenge and courage, and I feel like, you know, you could be really standing up for yourself, standing up for your beliefs, standing up for your convictions right now during this full moon in Sagittarius. I feel like your angels, ancestors, and guides are with you. And you know what else I just got, pile number 3? Something's gonna happen to where it's a confirmation, like, thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. I stood my ground. Thank you. I did not waver amidst everyone kind of like poking and prodding me about, you know, what I'm doing with my life or what I'm doing with my career or why is this that. You stood your ground, and something beautiful is coming out of this. Something amazing is coming out of this, right? So let's see. We have the Creator with no. So I feel like, again, like you have to really stand your ground and tell a lot of people no in order to tell yourself yes. Because in yes or no picking, like in yes or no cards, the definition of the 7 of Wands is yes. So in order to tell yourself yes, I feel like you had to tell someone else no. And you had to do that because you know that you are the creator of your own reality. And by dishonoring yourself, by telling someone yes for them, although it's a no for you, I just feel like you weren't able to do that. And I feel like because you made this decision, it's going to work in your benefit. Okay, so let's see. So we have the 10 of Swords with endings, final closure, and yes. So because you could have told like maybe a friend or someone no, maybe this concludes a certain, you know, area of them in your life, not necessarily, but I feel like you're really just wrapping up old emotions and feelings that you used to have in regards to like honoring yourself versus honoring someone else, right? And you're ending that. I feel like it wasn't even as bad, like when you told the person no, it wasn't even as bad as it seemed like it was going to be. Because that's what I'm really getting from this card as well, pile number 3s. Like this person could have understood or something like that. And maybe you were thinking like, oh my God, this person isn't going to want to be my friend anymore. Something like that. Something in relation to that. Because in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, it's like it's already been done, right? Like the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot would signify the 10 of Swords as being, you know, something that's not as bad as someone is thinking that it is, right? So that's what I was getting here too. But this could be closure in regards to your old self or in regards to people pleasing or always feeling like you have to, you know, say yes when it's really like a no for you, right? So let's see. We have the Ace of Wands, career beginnings and travelings. And look at how crazy this is. We have the Ten of Swords with endings, final, closure, all that, right? And then we have the Ace of Wands with career beginnings and travel. So something you said no to, I felt like you had an intuitive inclination to say no to it, right? And then what happened was this set off a catalyst. And maybe once you kind of like followed your intuition, the catalyst was already set to where things started to open up for you in a different way. Maybe like not so much in personal, in relation to personal issues, but your career endeavors, right? You're starting to travel more for your career. You're starting to open up to new possibilities or opportunities in your career. And there's just new beginnings on the precipice here. And I feel like you finally had to like close down always feeling bad about saying no to, you know, maybe an opportunity that would have benefited someone else way more than it would have benefited you. Pile number 3 is okay. And then last but not least, we have the Page of Wands. This is so beautiful. And it says good news, communication, good news. Yeah, so it says good news and communication around her halo. But exactly, so you're going to be getting some really good news and communication coming in for you during this full moon in the sign of Sagittarius. And I really feel like it was because you stood your ground. There's a lot of wands here too, so there could be a lot of activity going on in and around this full moon. Again, you could be traveling. I feel like with the Page of Wands, there's going to be like maybe some like really good news coming in that you weren't expecting to hit, but it hit around this full moon. And it's because you stood your ground. It's because you were able to kind of like stand up for yourself and was just like, you know, no, I can't do this. Or, you know, I would love to, but maybe not at this time. Maybe this isn't the right time. And because you were able to do that, now everything's opening up for you. You know, the possibilities are endless. They really are, pile number 3. So congratulations in advance. Okay, so let's get into your heavenly body astrology cards. So we have house 1, first house. We have individuality, self-image, and approach to life. Exactly. I feel like your individual nature is starting to come out. Your approach to life is starting to be a little bit more different. You're starting to care for yourself a little bit more, you know, pile number 3s. And this is so good. I feel like you're starting to care for the people around you who mean the most to you and yourself. And you're starting to put them first instead of putting everyone else first. Okay. And I love this. So we have Aries, independence, bravery, and passion. I feel like a lot of you all could be evoking this Aries spirit with, you know, individuality here. I think Aries might rule the first house too. So I feel like you could be taking on a lot of Aries energy, being more independent, being more, you know, about self in the best way possible. Because if our cups aren't filled to the brim, we cannot give anything to anyone else, or we will do it but resentfully. And we don't want to put that energy into someone or something. We want to do it from the kindness of our heart, and we want to do it from a space of fulfillment, right? Because we want that other person to get what they came for. Okay, so I feel like a lot of you all could be personifying a lot of Aries energy. You could be evoking your Aries energy. You could have Aries in the first house, or you could have a lot of Aries in your chart and it's coming out during this full moon. So if that's the case, congratulations. Last but not least, we have conjunction. I love it. A union, merging, and coming together. Some of you all could be coming together with an Aries this full moon, but it's going to be beautiful. I feel like you guys are fine. If you are coming together with an Aries, this could be a friend, this could be a lover, this could be a true love, right? You guys are really going to see each other for who each other are, and you're going to love each other and appreciate one another. And I feel like you already do, but it's just a heightened emphasis placed on this full moon. And I feel like you could be using Aries energy with your sign in cooperation, in tandem, right? And it's just making for such a beautiful outcome and such a beautiful remedy to whatever was happening, pile number 3. So I already know this full moon is going to be something else. It's going to be really beautiful, and it's really going to help to propel us forward, right, through these transformative times. So last but not least, we have our last magical spell card. So let's give it a go. We have card 36 with study. It says, let my mind be clear and strong. Let me study well and long. I feel like a lot of you all could be catching up on reading during this full moon in Sagittarius. A lot of you guys could be studying a lot of like the occult or divination, or just studying your interest. And it's interesting because this is a full moon in Sagittarius. I believe Sagittarius rules the 9th house. I could be wrong. Please, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But I think Sagittarius rules the 9th house, and that has a lot to do with like, learning and higher institutional learning and wisdom and education. So a lot of you all could be like, maybe doing a new study or studying up on something that you've been always wanting to learn, or you could be enrolling in school, something like that. After this full moon, I feel like you probably do that. But if it's like a book or something that you've really just been wanting to do, you guys will be studying it during or around this full moon. So let's see. We have card 10 with authenticity. It says, who I truly am is good indeed. I am authentic in thought, word, and deed. I feel like you could be like fulfilling a promise to yourself and someone else, and it just really could be a beautiful start to like a trip or to something. I feel like you're really placing emphasis on your authenticity, pile number 3s, and you really are saying what you mean and meaning what you say. And I feel like you guys, I don't know why, but I just got, you guys could be making sure that you are authentic in something and showing up for someone or something because you are authentic, because you are a person of your word. So that's what I'm getting. You could be making right something or something like that, but I feel like your authenticity is really showing. And people are really going to love and respect you for that as well. So our last card, we have destiny. This is beautiful. So you're coming in more and more to your destiny as the time progresses. What a trip, pile number 3. So we have 8, 3 and 6, that's 9, and then we have 10. So you're really transforming. You're really going up that proverbial ladder, right? So it says, destiny, all that I shall need to know as I walk shall now be shown. So I feel like whatever you're doing during this full moon in the sign of Sagittarius is really going to be beneficial for yourself and for others and for the people you're with and know and love and everything like that. Pile number 3. So just what a beautiful reading. I'm really proud of you guys, and continue to stand up for yourself, continue to stand up for your convictions and what you believe to be, what you believe in. Okay. So with that being said, my dreamy dreamers, I love you so much. If you like this reading or if it resonated, please hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with loved ones, family, friends, or anyone who would best benefit from the messages provided here today. If you all are interested in a beautiful one-of-a-kind tarot journal, look no further. The link to this journal will be in the description box down below. It's only $20 and Amazon will ship it straight to your house. By purchasing this journal, it will really help the channel and increase our awareness and increase the amount of content that I produce here on the channel. If you guys would like that, please support. And if not, just give me a like, share, subscribe. That will also support the channel as well. So again, my dreamy dreamers, I love you so much. And until next time, I'll see you in your next reading. Bye. Hey, pile number 4s, welcome back to your reading. So before we get into your crystal and pile selection, let's shuffle for your reading. If you all like to skip this part, your timestamp to your reading will be in the description box down below. I've already pre-shuffled, so let's begin. Clear, concise. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for blessing our pile number 4s. For giving them clear, concise, accurate messages on the endless possibilities opening up for them during this full moon in Sagittarius. Thank you. What endless possibilities are opening up for our pile number 4s during this full moon in Sagittarius? Thank you. Clear, concise, accurate messages, Spirit, for our pile number 4s. Thank you. During this full moon in Sagittarius. Let's get some more cards. What endless possibilities are opening up for our pile number 4s during this full moon in the sign of Sagittarius? Spirit, thank you, and thank you. Okay, clear, concise, accurate messages on the endless possibilities opening up for our pile number 4s during this full moon in Sag. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And one last deck. Clear, concise, accurate messages, Spirit, for our pile number 4s. What endless possibilities are opening up for our pile number 4s during this new moon in Sagittarius? Clear, concise, accurate messages, Spirit. Thank you. Endless opportunities or possibilities opening up for our pile number 4s for this full moon in Sagittarius. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, pile number 4s, let's begin your reading. Okay, so we're going to put your reading here, and let's begin with your crystal and your pile selection. So you all chose this Unakite Jasper crystal, one of my favorite crystals also, and I feel like there's going to be a lot of mind and heart coherence. I feel like I'm getting the Two of Swords energy with this Unakite Jasper. Maybe you have kind of been stuck or at a stalemate in some way, shape, or form about doing something or starting something new. This could be a venture, this could be a relationship, or this could be anything. This could be something that has to do with the arts, right? Or something that has to do with art. But I feel like you're going to, I feel like you might feel like you have a lot on your table or a lot on your plate or something like that, or you are the table, okay? You have a lot of value to give to the world or something like that. And I feel like maybe you've been doubting yourself, pile number 4. So during this full moon in the sign of Sagittarius, you're going to stop that doubt and you are going to realize that you are the whole package. You are the table. You are the instrument. Something like that, because you see how this person's leg is going around this like instrument looking thing. I feel like you're going to realize like, wow, I am the instrument. Now it's just up to me to make the sweet music or to do something, but you are the instrument is what I'm getting. You are the artwork. Okay, you are the art. There, I think Infinite Water says this, or I've heard him say this. You can be the masterpiece and the work in progress. I feel like you're coming to that definitive conclusion, like, okay, this is just a life thing. This is just something that I have to own. I am the masterpiece and the work in progress. I really loved that when I heard it. So had to, pass it forward, y'all. But okay, I digress. Let's get into your reading. So our first card is Rhiannon with Sorceress. I love this pile number 4s. You are the sorceress. You create realities. You create worlds, right? It says you are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. Exactly. I feel like you're finally starting to like catch wind of this. You're finally understanding this like fundamentally, right? Like it's going to be a law for you, so to speak, pile number 4s, okay? And I feel like you are creating your own reality. You realize you are the instrument and God is the wind beneath your wings or source or spirit or whatever, whoever you give reverence to or whatever you give reverence to. That's the co-creation that you're dwelling in. So I feel like you're really coming into yourself right now with this full moon in Sagittarius energy. So let's see. We have Kian Yin with Compassion. It says, release judgment about yourself and others and focus on the love and light that is within everyone. And I feel like you're doing that. And I feel like when you realize I am the art, I am the instrument, you're realizing that everyone else is the instrument as well. So you're not too judgmental or too harsh on others and yourself. There's this wave of compassion that's flowing through you and to you right now, and I really feel like you're allowing it to come in and to really transform you right now and to really bring you to a centered state, pile number 4s, which is beautiful, And last but not least, we have Ostara with fertility. And it says, it is the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. And this is what you're doing. So during this full moon, I feel like either things could be coming into fruition for you because of the intentions that you've set prior. Maybe the last new moon, which was in, what was this new moon in? Was it in Gemini? I can't remember, y'all, but it was either in Gemini or Aries, which kind of doesn't make sense. Hold on. I can't remember the last new moon. Oh, it was in Taurus. Oh my gosh, the new moon was in Taurus. So something the intentions that you set during this new moon in Taurus, they'll be coming into fruition. And if not, I wouldn't suggest making new intentions during this full moon, because that's not what the full moon is for. But I really do innately have a feeling that you will be reaping the rewards from the intentions that you've set prior to this full moon. Okay, so let's get into your tarot. We have the King of Pentacles. Come on, baby. We have the King of Pentacles with reliable, visionary, and generous. Okay, so I feel like this could be your energy right now, pile number 4s, or someone in and around your environment. And I feel like you're reliable. You have the vision, and you're very generous with your visions, and you're very generous with your resources, pile number 4s. Or if this isn't you, someone in and around your environment could be all these things, right? But with the King of Pentacles, I feel like, again, if you've set some type of financial intentions last new moon, they could be coming into fruition, and you will be feeling like the King of Pentacles. You will have mastered the material plane in some way, shape, or form. Okay, so let's see. We have the 5 of Cups, and it says loss, leaving, sorrow. Okay, so I feel like you're leaving behind. You could be leaving behind some friendships here, because we have the 3 of Cups that's tipped over, and then we have the 2 of Cups in the background that still remains standing. But I don't even really believe it's that. I feel like some things had to happen, right? You know how, like, in Neville Goddard's teaching, he speaks about the bridge of incidents occurring. Like, right when we set our intentions, like, oh, okay, I want to do this, I want this to happen, yada yada yada, we set those intentions, and then off goes a bridge of events, right, that happens to get us to our desired outcomes. And I feel like this is what you're understanding, like, oh, okay, so that had to happen in order for me to get this realization or understanding, or in order for this manifestation to come in. And I think you're realizing that, right? So maybe you had to leave behind something in the past in order to make your vision an actual reality. And maybe at the time you didn't know that that's what it was going to take in order to make this manifest. And I feel like maybe you felt sad or sorrow about that, right? But now in the grander scheme of things, you're starting to realize, okay, this was necessary, this had to happen, right? So let's see our next card. We have the 6 of Pentacles. Exactly. It says give, receive, family, give, receive. Exactly. So I feel like you're in like this perfect sweet spot where you've given a lot and now you're about to receive. You see how this person's hands are open to receiving, and it's because you've had to let go of something, right? It says loss, leaving, sorrow. You had to let go of something in order to receive. You had to give over something in order to receive your blessing. And you're in the sweet spot, and now it's going to come into fruition for you. And I feel like you could be releasing, giving too much that is out of balance in your receiving as well. And that takes a lot of maturity to do, financially speaking, as well. Sometimes, even if you have it, you just give just enough so that you can continue to have it, right? And it's funny because I do want to say that these kind of do look like pentacles, right? So I think that's interesting as well. But let's continue. Yep, we have strength. I love this. And it says courage, strength, and control. Yeah. Controlling, exactly. Controlling how much you give. It has to be in direct proportion to what you're receiving. And you could go over and give more than what you receive. And that's usually not a problem, but don't put yourself at a deficit. Have the control not to put yourself at a deficit, pile number 4s, and everything will be okay. Okay. And then our last tarot card, we have the 5 of Pentacles. Very interesting. It says struggle, hardship, and loss. So again, we have the 5 of Pentacles. I feel like you have the strength and control, not to leave yourself out, right? Not to leave yourself out in the cold, not to be in a deficit. Some of you all might feel like you're in a deficit or like you're just lost right now, because we have loss and loss here. So a lot of you all could feel like you're in this deficit and you don't know where to go. You don't know which way is up or down or left and right. But I feel like you're really taking control over your life. I feel like you are about to let go of this type of victim mentality or this type of mindset to where like, oh, I'm always in struggle. I'm always the one left out. I'm always the one left out in the cold. No one loves me. No one cares about me. Things of that nature, right? And I feel like you're just about to leave that behind because you realize the truth that you're a visionary, that you're a sorceress with Rhiannon energy, that you create your worlds through your words and your thought patterns and what you focus on. And if you focus on fertility, if you focus on abundance and you center yourself, everything is at your disposal. Everything is you can have anything in this world. You really can. And it's interesting because usually the first card we pull is the strongest energy, and your strongest energy is King of Pentacles. And I feel like your weakest energy is the 5 of Pentacles because you're not focused on what you lack. You're focused on what you have in the abundance in front of you, pile number 4s. And I just have to say, it's beautiful. A lot of you all could be experiencing a lot of immense change, right? We have 2 5s here. So 555, you could be seeing a lot, or you could be seeing the number 5s, like you could be seeing the number 5s a lot. But I feel like more so than not, you're about to let go of this lack and this struggle inwardly and outwardly. Okay. So let's get into these astrology cards from the Heavenly Bodies astrology deck. Okay, so we have house 4. It says cultural, family roots, home, peace, and comfort. So home has been coming out. I feel like the home card or a home card, whether it be from the same deck or a different deck, has came in every single reading, every single pile thus far. So you again, you guys could be staying close to home. You guys could be like, thinking about creating a new home for yourself, and there's a lot of peace and comfort. You guys could be spending a lot of time at your house or with the people you know and love that feel like home to you. So we have the house 9 with spiritual growth. There's a lot of spiritual growth that has occurred. I feel like the things that have happened in the past that have, maybe felt like losses or hindrances were only for your personal growth and for the other people's personal growth who are involved, and that this wasn't anything personal. It was just what was meant to happen at the time. You could be growing a lot spiritually with your home or with the people, again, that feel like family or within your culture or something like that. And I feel like a lot of you all could be leaving your comfort zone, and it could feel a little hard too, but I feel like it has to be done in order for you to grow spiritually. So our last Heavenly Body astrology card is sextile. So it says a combination of tension and flow, potential, and a rewarding situation. This is that fertility card here. So a lot of you guys who are feeling like you have been going through this emotional and physical struggle or loss, it's because you had to leave something behind in order, and you had to kind of like condition yourself, right? Tension and flow, right? Because if you could see, we have 3 positive cards, right? In quotes, positive cards: King of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, and the Strength card. And then we have 2 negative cards, quote unquote, 5 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles. You had to like fine tune yourself into these situations in order for you to grow spiritually, in order for you to get that just right feeling within yourself to where you're experiencing tension and flow, and so that you can be in your flow state, or they call it autotelic state, right? That think about like a ballerina, or think about a dancer, or think about someone who is in the NBA or an athlete, right? who is just like, how did they make that happen? How did they hit a 3-pointer at the buzzard or something like that? Because they were in flow state, and because they were allowing God, spirit, source, energy to work through them and not have any apprehension as to what was going on. So I feel like for a lot of you all, pile number 4 this is what's happening in your life, okay? But last but not least, let's show the magical spell cards to conclude your reading. We have energy, card number 13, and the number 13 is goddess energy too. So it says fire inside, a light my fire, excuse me, a light inside my fire divine, energy fill me, make me shine. I feel like a lot of you guys are going to have a lot of beautiful, ample energy during this full moon in the sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a sign with a lot of divine light, guidance, and energetic flow to them. So I feel like a lot of you all will be harnessing not only this energy, but for some of you all in particular, this goddess energy, to where you're just flowing fluidly throughout life and throughout this time, okay? So again, our next card, we have card number 3 with prosperity. What did I tell you guys? As this tree grows so strong, so fine, so may I prosper from the universal divine. Exactly. This is what's happening in your life. You're prospering. You're going to be feeling very fertile, very beautiful. Some of you all could be starting your cycles. It is the full moon. So some of you all could be, having a menstrual cycle or something like that. And you're very attuned to the moon because of that. So you might be syncing with this full moon for some women out there, or for some people who have menstrual cycles. But again, I just feel like you're very protected. You're very guarded right now in the best of ways, pile number 4s. And with Kian Yin, she also represents the Empress type of energy. So you could be seeing 333 a lot lately. And the number 3 is divine feminine energy. So you could be devoking a lot of divine feminine energy during this time. So our last card number 11, passion. What did I say? Rise, passion, rise up high, inflame my purpose, reach the sky. A lot of you all could be having like a passionate time with, someone you love, someone you adore, or you could just be feeling and evoking this passionate spirit that's just come within you, and you're going to be exuding a lot of passion in your art, in your creativity, or just around, the people you love, and around your loved ones, your home, or your community, okay? So take what resonates, pile number 4s, and leave the rest. Okay, my dears. So what a beautiful, beautiful message to end off, this pick a card reading. Okay, I love you all so much, my dreamy dreamers. If you like this reading, if it resonated, please hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with loved ones, family, friends, or anyone else who would best benefit from the messages provided here today. If you all are interested in a beautiful, one-of-a-kind tarot journal, look no further. Please excuse... Okay, this was just something on there. My bad. So, beautiful one-of-a-kind tarot journal. Look no further. The link to this journal will be in the description box below. It's only $20, and Amazon will ship it straight to your house. If you're interested in helping the channel, purchasing a journal would help the channel immensely, and it will help me to continue to create content for our Crazy Dreamer Network and help us to grow and expand our community. And if not, that's okay too. A like, share, and subscribe will also do. So I love you all so much, my dreamy dreamers. And until next time, I'll see you in your next reading. Bye.